Hey Jackal! In today's video, I'll go over the comparisons between Blackmagic Design DaVinci Resolve and Adobe's Premiere Pro and also After Effects. So let's see how the offering, the pricing and the terms of service stack up. Adobe had a little bit of a hiccup quite recently. Now when it comes to pricing in Adobe, each individual program costs 23 euros a month. So if you have After Effects, which is equivalent to Fusion in DaVinci Resolve, and then also Premiere Pro, which is for video editing, also $23 a month, which is equivalent to, well, basically DaVinci Resolve, then you're spending, let's say, $45 a month, and DaVinci Resolve costs $295. So a quick calculation shows that in 7 months, 6.5 to be precise, you are better off buying DaVinci Resolve than you are using Adobe products. Now this is just looking at the cost value. If we take a look at what DaVinci Resolve offers, you have the Blackmagic Cloud Collaboration. This is something new or something that is being promoted. The Blackmagic Cloud ID. Now everyone can use this for free, but you have some limitations. Then you have for organizations. You also have the rental studio license if you just want to try the studio out, or if you don't know if studio is for you, then you can also pay just a fraction of the studio cost. You can then sync to Blackmagic Cloud, Dropbox or Google Drive. Now this is good for sharing with others while collaborating, but at the end of the day, if it's not your PC, it's someone else's, and what happens on someone else's PC, that's, well, up to them. You can generate proxies, live camera sync to Blackmagic Cloud. This is something new that came out with DaVinci Resolve 19.4. I have not updated yet, so I have no idea what this does, how it works, and I also don't have the Blackmagic camera, so that is not something that I can test out. You can also use your own storage, so this is what I would suggest everyone to do. So we now come to the more in the cloud features. You can work on the set, you can have presentations, you can have a server app, and you can now bin and timeline lock. You now also have a built-in chat, so you can easily communicate with the collaborators. And it means that you don't have to go like to Google Meets, Zooms, Skypes, and so on. Visual timeline comparison. I think this is for collaboration. You can share markers, individual monitoring and caching. So I think most of this is for collaboration. And that's about it. Now, if you do a lot of video editing, what you can also find is this DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor, which is primarily used in the cut page and supposedly saves a lot of time to do the initial edits, and it costs $395. If you get this in a bundle, you get the Speed Editor and also the DaVinci Resolve Studio for $395, which means that you basically pay $100 for this keyboard. But you may also find a used one on the market. Now when it comes to Adobe, I went over the price. I have no idea what is actually possible to do when it comes to video editing and motion graphics in After Effects. The only thing that I do know is that it's a lot easier to make motion graphics in After Effects than it is in DaVinci Resolve. If nothing else, you can use vector files directly in After Effects and manipulate them, which is not something that you can do easily in DaVinci Resolve. So can you buy Premiere Pro as a perpetual license, meaning you only pay once upfront? And the answer is no. So with Adobe, you only have a subscription-based model, and you also have the Adobe Suite, which is basically also in the cloud. And this is also where the pain starts. Let's just go over quickly the After Effects, so what you can make, and probably make quite easily. So they've put something inside with Illustrator. you can just click and drag as you see and you have a scene. Well, I would expect to see more motion graphics in the AI, but I guess 3D scenes it's what sells the best, not the 2D motion graphics. So they just have one 2D motion graphic shown. Now finally, when it comes to pricing, you can buy individual softwares, well, license them, $23 a month, or you can go with this one, Creative Cloud All Apps, $60 a month. And now let's go over the recent issue that Adobe had, and probably still has, because they lost a lot of clients, well, a lot of end users, and it was basically how they wanted to use users' content to train their AI. They kind of backpedaled on this, but I think this was mostly being gaslit. So let's see. Customers interpreted Adobe's vague language to mean the company was allowing itself to freely access and use customers' work to train Adobe's generative AI models. Why do I say gaslight? Well, exactly because of this statement. That wasn't the case, and Adobe's policies around training weren't changing. But Adobe's Chief Product Officer, Scott Belsky, acknowledged that the wording was unclear and that trust and transparency couldn't be more crucial these days. Well, this is just a bunch of bollocks, because they knew exactly what they were putting inside the document, and if they knew that the wording was unclear, they should have fixed it before all of the outcry. Now I guess they did because of all of the backlash and because they lost a lot of subs. There is also the issue that FTC had with Adobe, preventing consumers from easily cancelling software subscriptions. Now firstly, you have to pay like $200 to actually cancel subscriptions. And the issue with that is, you had to go through a lot of hoops to actually get to the subscription. Maybe you even had to jump on a call with them. Now, if you manage to get the FTC to come after you, then you know that the management that you have is excellent. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. And this was the case with Adobe. But it's not just about Adobe. Let's take a look what DaVinci Resolve has. So I think this is the window that you get when you install DaVinci Resolve 19, maybe 0.4 for the first time. So no AI training, they point this out, that anything that you upload to the cloud won't be used to train the AI. Some users are happy about this. Then someone else posted this section. So this section 26, you irrevocably grant us and to their affiliates a non-exclusive, fully paid up, worldwide and perpetual license, including the right to grant sublicenses to reproduce, use and otherwise exploit all data and material, including your content relating to you or generated through your access to and use of service user data, for the purpose of providing the service to you and to our users. You retain the ownership of your user data and they will take full reasonable measures to protect your user data from any misuse, interference and loss. So this section here basically means that you have to give them the right so you can use the Blackmagic cloud. And like I said, cloud means not your PC. If it's not your PC, well, shit can happen. So this is why they have this clause in. But that doesn't mean that they wouldn't be able to use your data in some other way. Now, funny thing to me is that they use the wording worldwide license. Usually in the entertainment industry, they use throughout the whole universe. And this basically guarantees the entertainment industry that they have copyright and licensed everything that has to do with you throughout the whole universe, basically all planets, space, whatever, and throughout the whole time. In this case, Blackmagic Design doesn't have that privilege yet. Bearcats and Dur wanted to be funny. I didn't really see that as funny. Why? Well, if you take a look at this video, I know that the video is long, but the music CEO spills truth about the MCA. So this is CEO Nate Beck at Pretzel Rocks, and this is Devin Nash. The video is 4.5 hours, Admittedly, they have some break in between so you can skip it. You can also listen to this and change the playback speed to something faster. But in any case, if I just give you my quick summary of this video, is that the music industry is a bitch, and basically this applies to every entertainment industry, which is what video editing also falls under. Now, if you found this video helpful and would like to see more DaVinci Resolve content, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any idea what you would like to see next, leave me a comment down below. I'm Simon, and until next time, Jackal, keep it digital.